Right, I'm very lucky to have on the end of the line Matthias from Finntroll. Good evening, Matthias. Welcome.
Thank you, and good evening to you too.
Right, now let's start off from the time you joined the band. Previous
Yeah,
vocalist left in the vocalist from 2002 left in 2006. His name was
Milka.
right, and you joined in 2006. How was that done? Did you audition? Did you answer an ad in a magazine? Did they know you and call you? How did it come about?
Well, actually, there was no real audition or anything. Actually, I was in the school with the first singer, Katla. You know what I mean? We're in the same school, Swedish-speaking school, and the guys, when they fired Vilska, they wanted to contact me, contact him and ask him, because it was like a art school, so they thought there would be probably some musicians over there that speak Swedish, so they just called him and asked him if he's got a friends, that sings, and I was like, yeah, there's one here in my school that I know, and he sort of introduced me to the guys and sent some just like demo tapes to them, like this is how I sound, and they wanted me to come down to Helsinki to have a try, and sort of like the first weekend over there, they just said, okay, so do you want to do this summer with us? Do you want to do the festivals this summer? And I was like, yeah, why not? And like after like one or two festivals, they were like, okay, so so you're hired,
Excellent. That was well done. What
Yeah,
what festivals were these?
there was some in Germany. There was like the Rock Hard Festival in Germany and one in Finland, I think.
Okay, the festival scene is really big in Europe. Do you play many of
Yeah,
those?
definitely. Well, we don't have that much this year. I think we have about like 7 or 8 festivals this summer, so it's not that much. Usually we play like 15.
Wow.
So just yeah, well, it's the second festival season of the new album, so usually that one is a little bit slower.
Right, now the first album you recorded with them. Look, the translation
Yeah,
I've got for the title is "From the Depths of the Earth." Is that correct?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
That was released early in 2007. Tell us about that album. How did you go? How did you feel recording the first album with the band?
Well, in the beginning, of course, because we wanted me to, the sound that fit to the band. So we had like maybe record like 2 or 3 songs in the beginning, and it was like it wasn't really there, the whole thing. It didn't really fit as it should. It was okay, but it didn't really, sound like Finntroll. It was a little bit different in the beginning, and at some point, we were like trying to figure out how to fit the vocals to it, and then at some point it was like it just clicked, and then we redid all the songs, and it turned out pretty great. And nowadays it's like now I had this like Finntroll mode I put on when we record. So in the beginning it was a little bit of like a trial and error in the beginning, but
Yeah.
now
Okay.
it works perfectly.
How much did you tour supporting that album? Was it just around Europe? Did you go overseas at all?
Yeah, actually, we did. I think we did 2 European tours. We had like one release tour that actually was cancelled in the middle because of terrible booking. So it ran out of money. The whole amount of money, we had to cancel like 17 shows or something. But then we did booked another one for the fall, and we also did like the first really like all over U.S. tour, like 32 shows. I think it was in the States or something. So yeah, it was here and there. We also did some empty shows, I think.
Excellent. Now your second album with the band. Now that was released in early 2010. What are your memories of
Yeah.
recording that album?
Oh yeah, you need from it. Yeah, all right, of course. Well, actually, that album was pretty easy to record. It was just I just remember that we did really, really, really a lot of keyboards, like lots and lots of keyboard days in we had lots of. It was like the first Finntroll album actually that we tried to really, really polish the sound, because the on the former ones had been a little bit like trying to, to not have that like well produced, not really, that like polished sound. We wanted to have a little bit rougher sound before. And that one was the first one that actually went the whole way to try to make it sound as polished, as clean as possible.
Yeah. Okay. Now your current album,
Yeah,
Blood Swept.
Blood Sweat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How's that album been going for you?
Oh, it's been really cool actually. It was when we did like a tour like a month after we released that album, and after a month people already knew all the songs and everything. So I think it's one of the really albums that got to the crowd really fast.
Yeah. Okay.
And it was a terrible album to record. I remember, because we had so much problems in the studio. We like lost shitloads of tracks. I think we lost 8 tracks of guitar at some point. Had to redo
Wow.
all the guitars
Wow.
and everything. Yeah, we had. So we almost ran out of time. With the mixing was really off at some point. We wanted to have a little bit more like, like really like how to say, like more like dirty sound on the album.
Yeah.
But in the
Okay.
end, it didn't fit with the keyboards at all. The sound of the sort of like the band itself and the keyboards, they didn't fit together. So we actually had to make it a little bit
Yeah. Okay.
better sounding, a little bit brighter.
How does the band translate to more English speaking markets as opposed to like in Europe? Are you finding that transition easy when you go on tour?
Yeah, it's never been a problem to us. For example, if you take the Nisolvind album, I think we played like 250 shows probably on that album, and I think there were like 2 of them were in Sweden, and
Wow.
maybe like tops like 10 in Finland,
Okay.
maybe 12 in Finland. So it's always been like we've always been in a broad market.
Right. Now you're coming to Australia very soon. Is this your first time here?
No, it's actually our second time. It will be our first time in Adelaide.
Yeah.
We never played there before, but it will be our second Australian tour.
Right. What can people in Adelaide expect from a Finntroll show?
Well, this is gonna be a little bit. Of course, we're gonna focus on the new album quite a lot, because we've been, it's the new one. But they will get something from all of the albums,
All of the albums. Okay.
like old stuff. Yeah, we'll play old stuff and new stuff, and a little bit of everything. And of course, we have a sort of like new stage costumes and everything, and it'll be a really cool show.
Excellent. Now the venue that you're playing in Adelaide is a great place for fans to watch bands because the band is nice and close. The sound is quite good in there. So the crowd are going to be right in your face. It's going to be great. Where are you on tour at? Are you on tour at the moment?
What?
Are you on tour at the moment?
No, no. We actually we're just started festival season, so we have like 2-3 festivals every month. So we're basically like only away on weekends.
Okay. That's a good way to have it. Right, now you're coming down to Australia very soon. Where do you go to after Australia?
Oh, actually, we're going to Denmark for a festival. So yeah, and then I think we have some. Well, we'll see about the Ukraine show, because they have a little bit of a situation over there.
Yeah, yes, we've heard about that. Now, are there any places the band hasn't toured that you really want to get to?
Well, of course, there's lots of places. Still, we had last year we had an offer for some place in India that actually wanted to have us, and never been there, so that would have been cool. But we
Okay.
And of course we have one main continent left, and that's Africa. So they have had some of the events to play in South Africa. So that's one that's missing also. That would
Okay.
be cool to do.
Okay. There any plans for the next album yet?
Uh, Not really. We have been talking about it. It's been you know because we have a Trollhorn, the keyboard player, that he's sort of usually producing our albums. He's gonna start working on. They're working on the new Moonsoul album as we speak. So when that's finished, probably then we're gonna start really concentrating on new Finntroll. So it's gonna be soon. Don't
Okay.
know really when yet.
Okay. Do you write any songs on the road?
Usually no, because we don't really have any time. Usually on the road, it's lots of stuff to do with like sound checks and
Yeah.
interviews, and after the shows, you never really have the time after the show because usually I've had a couple of beers and you know how it is.
Yeah, that's yeah. I've heard about that. Now, any plans for a live album?
Actually, we recorded a live album some time ago in when was it? I think it was 2008. That we haven't released, and then now that's gonna be released through Spine Farm. I guess it's gonna be out this year. I think so. And it's recorded in Holland, Amsterdam, in 2008, and that's gonna be out this year, I think.
Ah, excellent.
I'm not sure because we've been going back and forth with that album so many times.
Yeah. Okay. Now, as far as songs that you're playing live, are there any particular songs done by the band that you think you'll always have to play? Crowd favourites and the like that you'll always have to play?
Maybe not favorites anymore because you have to play them every time, but there's some songs we really can't skip. We have a couple of them. Of course, we have the big hit Trollhorn that's sort of our ace of spades that we have to play every night. Of course, the Jakten Steed is also one of the songs we will almost always play.
Right. Excellent.
And there's yeah, so yeah, we have a couple of them.
Excellent. Well, Matthias, excellent to talk to you, and we can't wait to see you and the band in our town very soon.
Yeah, it will be cool to be in Adelaide. I've never been there, so see you there.
Excellent. Thank you. Bye.